You are not required to be their caretaker. Please scroll on if this doesn't resonate. And I think you got to get away from this person. I think it might be a friendship. It's just a very toxic situation here. There's a love language issue at the bottom of this. What I mean is, I think there's more going on than this, okay? But I think if you're having problems with this person, like, I feel like it's someone who you're just trying to please over and over, and it's just, you can't. Like, it could even just be you're trying to text someone, and it just feels like you can't even talk to them over text. I'm thinking of a few people right now, because I'm a bad texter. I'm not a texter, and I need all the verbal cues, because I take things very literally at times, and like, I think that's kind of what's going on here too, is maybe a different type of love language, but I think at the core of the issue is that, this is someone who wants affection, but you're giving them gifts. Like, there's 5 love languages, and I think it's more than just love language. It's more like a communication style issue, but it's led to something really toxic. I'm getting a sense that this was something that started off okay and somehow just kind of progressively went downhill. It's almost like you have the same goals and the same things that you want to accomplish, but you're not doing it the right way. It's like, this is someone who, you and this person just have different ways of going about everything in life. 2 cards I feel like I'm supposed to get. Okay. Professional bag fumbler and down and dirty. Oh boy. Immediately I'm getting not the greatest energy here. Like, I think this is someone who, they've done this to people before, okay? This is someone who over and over has played people. I'm getting a real narcissist vibe. Someone who cheats, can't stop cheating. They just get bored and decide it's time to cheat. Can't stay off certain dating apps, and then they get found and they get upset about it and they play the victim. And this is a pattern, okay? It doesn't even have to be a romantic thing. It's just, I think this is a very frustrating friend, perhaps a new friend who has come into your life, who's somebody who's trying to be your friend. I feel like there's also some ulterior motive here. Like, I think for some, this is someone you connected with over social media. Like, you didn't really know them. Maybe they were, how you have your close friends, then you kind of have the second tier, then you have, your acquaintances as you kind of move out. I kind of think this was someone who was in the acquaintance line circle and sort of got closer or wants to get closer. And I just think it's because they've worn out some people. 3 cards. I'm going to give you some advice here. This is advice for how to deal with this situation and just for you in general, like what you need to focus on besides this. You always say the right things. Let's speak that into your life. You have everything it takes to be successful, and you are an original. What this tells me, this person sees your originality. They're very drawn to you, very attracted to something in you. And I see why. there is something about you that draws them in, but I think the love language situation just brought some things to light. Like, I just don't really, I'm sorry to say this, but I don't think there's a whole lot of hope for a continuance of this relationship, friendship, whatever it is. You always say the right things. Let's manifest and pray that you will say what you have to say to make this end, or to make this, to help this situation. I don't know if it's a complete ending or just a talk that you need to have. But this was the first card that came out, and the immediate energy I get is dust off your feet and move on, just like it says. Like, this is someone who doesn't want to hear your side of the story. They don't want to hear your opinions about things. I think it's just all about them. And they have a lot of stories about people who have done them wrong. And that's a big red flag. I've finally realized that. Like, there are people in my life who, every time I was around them, I'm thinking of one person in particular, every time I was around this person, I feel like I'm supposed to get a couple cards here, they would just start talking about all these people in their life who had done them wrong. Like, I couldn't even, honestly, the person wore me out talking, because I just wanted to listen to the radio. Like, I just wanted to listen to music in my car, and we'd be on these long trips. I had to take the person someplace. Well, anyway, they would just tell me, like, the whole time it was just these stories about these people, like this person who used to be their best friend or their sister or this other, it was just tons of people, all these people who had copied them or had done them wrong. I come to find out later they were the one who had done all this stuff to those people, and that's why this person had all those stories, because they were constantly writing those stories, like convincing themselves, and that was the story. Like, they'd probably firm that story up from, anyway. I'm getting down. I think some of you know exactly what I'm saying here, and I don't want to even get myself frustrated thinking about that person, because when I talk about my old stories like this, it connects me to thoughts I don't want to have. And you are beautiful inside and out. That's what you need to know about this, okay? I just feel like this is something where you need to just take a deep breath, let go of this situation, and move on. Just embrace who you are. I think this is, I'm getting a sense of someone who really wants to just take over your life in a way, take over your time, take over just, it's almost like they found you and they just want to embody you. Like you're such an original that I feel like, are they copying you? I think they're copying you. I don't even think they realize it. I think this is someone who will go to their grave saying, people copy me, people copy me. Well, meanwhile, they never had an original thought. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is someone who's very immature, does people down and dirty, and then expects people to just pick up the pieces, expects people to just deal with it, doesn't understand why everybody leaves their life, doesn't understand why suddenly somebody's too busy to talk to them, and people ghost them, like friends even, just kind of move on and say, well, I'm just too busy to talk to you, I'm sorry, I got a job. And this person's just kind of clueless. They're sort of immature and don't realize this is what happened over and over. But I'm just telling you, I'm not trying to say, this started out with just saying this person's not your problem. This person is not your responsibility. You don't have to take care of them. I don't know what they've done to make you think that you have some kind of obligation to them, because you don't. Let's just speak this into your life. Okay, I think the most important thing here is you always say the right things. I think that you need to start imagining the conversation you're going to have to make this situation better. And you know what that conversation is. You always say the right things. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen.